Well, certainly not the start we were looking for, that's for sure. We were lucky to get out of that first period only down one goal. We just were on our heels. They were on top of us. They give them credit. They did a really good job of just putting pucks behind us and winning puck battles. And we just weren't winning our battles or skating even in the first period. And we got that power play goal in the second. And I think we kind of relaxed and we started playing our game where we started skating. We started putting pucks behind them. We were just making smarter decisions, winning hockey more so than anything else. And like this group is they need their backs against the wall, but at the end of the day, they always respond. So have to give our guys a lot of credit for that. I give our leadership group credit. And good job by Big Mike in the first to keep it only 1-0. And if you asked me after the first period and told me we were going to win 8-3, I think I probably would have laughed at that. But at the end of the day, we got the result we were looking for. So credit to our guys.
Thank you. We got the passable mic over here. And like before, please give your media outlet and introduce yourself. This is for the student athletes.
Mitch Fink, Boston Hockey Blog, for either Cole or Jack. When you're getting outshot 15-2 down after the first, just what's your mentality on the ice to try to flip the script?
Like Coach said, we weren't playing well. We were kind of just on our heels, and we know we're a good team when we can get the puck in the offensive zone and start to make plays. So, the message on the bench and in the locker room was just be simple, get it out and get it in, and go get pucks back. And from there, it'll take over. Get pucks to the net, and hopefully good things will happen, and they did. So glad we turned it around there after the first.
Brendan Nordstrom, Boston Hockey Blog. Jack, just with the momentum flipping back and forth in that second period, just how, and throughout the game, just how important was that shorthanded goal to kind of flip momentum fully to BU?
Yeah, I think we were starting to play better in the second. Obviously little lapses can cost you sometimes. They take advantage of their opportunities. They're a good hockey team. But you can't get too high, can't get too low. We try to reiterate that in our big games, and just trying to do what we do best, and trying to stick with it. And it works when we do it, and when we're working. So.
Devorah Slonim, WTBU Sports. Jack, you and McApony play so well together. You have such a good chemistry. Can you just talk a little bit about what it's like having him just right behind you?
Yeah, he's my roommate. I played against him growing up my whole life, so I feel like I know what he's doing on the ice a lot of the time. But I don't know. I think we all kind of have played with each other throughout the year, so I think we have chemistry no matter who we're playing with. And like I said before, it starts with getting the puck down there, and then everyone on our team can make plays.
Todd Molesky with USCHO.com. Cole, can you pinpoint when this game turned from the style that they wanted to play to the style that you wanted to play? Did it feel like that ever really happened or flipped?
Yeah, I feel in the second period it was a lot of back and forth, and with our speed and our skill, that's kind of when we are able to put more goals on the board and do more stuff that we want to do. In the first period, they were kind of locking it down, playing a style that we just got to get it in deep and do that stuff. But I think second period we started to play more BU hockey.
Jay, Bernie Corb, still with Men's Health Magazine, still gainfully employed. You mentioned about how things started in the first period. We are having some flashbacks to the Bean Pot, which turned out okay in terms of how the game started here tonight.
Yeah, it reminded me of that game, a lot. On our heels, just for whatever reason, we I don't want to say we looked scared, but in a sense, we were frozen almost, just not skating. And because of that, we weren't winning our battles. It reminded me of that game quite a bit.
Are we done with the student athletes? We're doing student athletes. You student athletes?
Just for either of you guys, Coach alluded to it, but why do you think this team is so good with your backs against the wall?
I think we have a pretty interesting group. We have a lot of passion. We really love each other off the ice, and when we, I don't know why we put ourselves in those situations, but then we get together as a group and we really play for each other. And somehow that works out in our favor all the time right now. So it's pretty fun to be able to have the guys that we love so much and be able to do it when, our back's against the wall. So
Right here in the black, and then right here in the front, and then
Just for either of you guys, kind of a similar question. What's the message on the bench, like from the leadership group, just when your backs are up against the wall to just keep pushing forward?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've done it times during the season. We've come back in third periods and stuff like that. So it's just trying to find our game. Like he said, we're on our heels, kind of just waiting for something to happen instead of going out and doing it. And that started to turn a little bit, and we just have to, have the mindset of starting right away and doing that right from the beginning.
that right here.
And Cole, just that second goal, just solo effort behind the net. Can you take me through what you saw there?
yeah, I had a one-on-one, try to make a play. I ended up getting held up, so the puck goes in the corner. Did what I try to do a lot of times, just throw it on net. And it ended up working out, and those are the fun ones, and it definitely felt good to see that one going.
Also, for either of you guys, Coach said he would have laughed if he knew it was going to be 8-3 after that first. Do you guys agree with that? Was that the same thing you were thinking, or otherwise?
I mean, 8-3 probably. Yeah, we're capable of scoring a lot of goals and being a good offensive team. But after that first period, it kind of seemed like it was going to be a 2-1 or 3-2 type of game. So we're definitely happy with scoring 8.
Any more questions for the student athletes? All right, thanks, guys. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll wait for a second
up,
for them to
Bernie?
exit. All right, questions for the head coach. Start right here in the front.
What do you say to the guys when you get into the locker room after the first?
Just told them that number one is we're better. We're better than that. That's for sure. Same thing I just said. It starts with us just working and skating and winning battles. That's what it starts with. And in playing North, I thought against them we weren't just getting pucks out, advancing pucks. And we started to do that, and the game started to turn a little bit. I know the second was a little bit back and forth, but we were trying to do things the right way, and eventually, it went our way.
Jay, it felt like for a long time you guys couldn't get a shot on net, get a shot to the puck to the net, and then it flipped to everything you put on net was going into the net. Is that a little bit of the dynamic of this team that you feel like can be maybe one way or another?
Yeah, it's kind of been that way this year at times for sure. I mean, we couldn't get a shot on net in the first because we never had the puck. we couldn't win a puck battle to actually get a chance to have a puck and shoot it on the net. So that was part of it. But like I said, it started to turn a little bit there in the second period. We started winning more battles, and we started getting pucks to the net, recovering pucks, and then that's when our offense started to take over a little bit. And listen, we're fortunate. We have some guys on this team that can finish. They don't need a lot of chances to put the puck by the goalie, and you saw that tonight.
Coach, there have been a lot of games this year where maybe you've come out with a poor effort and it's kind of snowballed into a bad effort throughout and a loss. What do you think was different today about having a poor effort and then kind of turning the tide later on?
Well, the season's over if you don't find a way to show a little bit more effort in that second and third period. So, like I said, when this team's back's against the wall, they usually respond pretty well. So, yeah, if this was a game in, I don't know, a month ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, are we going to come back like that? I don't know. But, like I said, the season's on the line. I mean, our guys certainly would regret the way if we don't find a way to at least make that competitive, they're going to regret that for a long time. So I think that was part of it.
Coach, you mentioned it earlier, but with Ohio State having such a strong push in that first period, what does it mean to have Yegorov in that and kind of withstanding it, only letting one through?
Yeah, it's huge having him in there. It's very similar to the Beanpot. I think we were down 1-0 after the first period in the Beanpot. Same thing here today. It could have been a lot worse if he didn't hold the fort there for us. Yeah, he was great. He's calm in there. He's got confidence. He's got a presence. He's big. So, yeah, good for him.
Coach, what's the message to the guys going forward for Saturday's game so that they start on the front foot and not coming from behind again?
Well, we'll enjoy this first here, and then we'll start talking tomorrow. We don't know who we're playing yet, so a lot of factors go into that. I don't know if a whole lot needs to be said. I mean, our guys are smart. They saw what happened in the first period. They understand that if you want to win, you can't start. You're not going to get away with it every game. So hopefully, again, like this team's, we've had a lot of lessons this year, and when we continue to. This one, we had another lesson, but we found a way to win in the game. We didn't have to wait for another game to respond. So, I mean, I think our guys understand that.
You got any more questions for Coach? Right, I guess we're here in the front.
Yeah, Coach, with the game, at the end of the game there with the 6-on-3, just what does it say about the team to be putting their body on the line and not letting it go kind of leak through?
Yeah, I mean, it's, they pull a goalie. We're down 6-on-3 with about 2.5 minutes, somewhere around there. Listen, if they get a quick one, who knows what can happen. So our guys are going to fight to the end there in that situation, and they did a heck of a job on that.